We're gonna make a video called "What if Naruto was a swordsman?" I know that some YouTubers already made a type of video kind of like this, but now it's gonna be based on my own opinion. So let's get started. As we will start from the... Okay, give me a sec. As we all know, Naruto has a lot of endurance. Like, a lot. Like, in Naruto nowadays, if you stab him, he'd be like, that doesn't hurt. So, yeah. And his endurance is getting really crazy. So, one, we know his endurance is very strong, especially with swords. You stab Naruto, he'd be like, that's what we know now. And now we're gonna start the talking. Like, as we all know with the Nine Tails attack and all of that, Naruto, if he was a swordsman, his dream wouldn't really be to become Hokage. He would have two dreams, and it'd be one of the swordsmen of the hidden, like, have you guys heard of the seven swordsmen of the hidden mist, or something like that? Yeah. Seven swordsmen of the mist. I think Naruto wants to be one of them, but instead he took a goal higher and he wanted to be the number one swordsman. And Naruto actually is smarter and he's a lot more serious, and he's a little bit stronger since, like, now he like trains every day. And how he got this dream was, since you guys know, I think this is a filler, but like, Naruto lived alone and Sarutobi, the third Hokage, like, gave him rent so he would live in his house, and like, he didn't have anything else, or that might not be a filler, but yeah. And then Naruto like watched like a movie and he saw swords, and then that's what his dream was. So he started having swords and training. And he is also stronger, as I said, not as strong as when he was in Uchiha. Like, and when I said Uchiha, like, I meant by what if Naruto was in Uchiha Part 1? Yeah, that video. Naruto's just a little bit stronger, not so strong, but a little bit stronger, because like now he's trained and he has a real sword because he got it from Sarutobi, but Sarutobi had like some jonin or like some chunin who looked after him to see if he would like not cut himself or something. And then he's not in Team Kakashi, or he is actually with Team Guy, because one, I don't think that Naruto would be like really, I don't think he'd be a really good ninjutsu person kind of guy, but I think he would be like a taijutsu type person. Like, he can like use his sword and he can also use taijutsu. But so yeah, so he's like with Team Guy, and in Team Guy I wanted to make Neji, Rock Lee, and Naruto in there, and Tenten can go to Team Kakashi. And they pass, as we know. And in the Chunin exams, Naruto is much stronger now after training with Guy. And when he was training with Guy, we could say Guy was teaching them on like some taijutsu and maybe showing Neji some ninjutsus. And like they were doing that all the time, and they were like training, like we could say like 5 hours a day. And then Naruto was almost an excellent, and like he's like so good at his sword already. So yeah. And then in the tuning exams, he doesn't fight Kiba, but he fights Sasuke in the first round. And Sasuke and Naruto don't really have a huge relationship because, like, Naruto was a lot more serious, as I said, and he was mostly training in his room, and he wanted to be the greatest swordsman, as I said, yeah? And, when he was fighting Sasuke, he didn't know much ninjutsu, genjutsu, senjutsu, subjutsu, and all those stuff. And yeah, and he only knew how to use his sword, but he knew what's up. But he he knew how to avoid all these things, almost all ninjutsus and stuff like that. And he still says, I never go back on my word and blah blah blah, but instead he wants to be the greatest Hokage. He wants to be the great swordsman, yeah? So he avoids everything except for, I believe Sasuke can use Genjutsu, yeah? But he uses Genjutsu on on Naruto. He wasn't in the Genjutsu. He tried to avoid it. And then, like, when Naruto got out, he saw Sasuke going to, like, hit him with Sasuke's, like, taijutsu. But, like, Sasuke was okay at taijutsu at that point, but he didn't copy Rock Lee's movement, so he's not as good. But he knows a little bit of taijutsu. But Naruto easily blocks that. And remember the time when it was Shino vs a person from the sound. It was like a sound ninja in the tuning exams. Yeah, like Shino like blew his two arms. So Naruto, he's kind of a savage here, but he cuts off one of Sasuke's arm, and we could say it's his. We could say it's his left arm, and then Sasuke didn't want to. Then Sasuke forfeited. He was like, he's a little bit weaker in this one. I don't know why. But I just made him a tiny bit weaker, and Naruto a bit stronger than part 1. So yeah. And Naruto hasn't talked to Kurama. He doesn't know anything about Kurama. And the only thing that can help him with Kurama right now is B and Jiraiya. Jiraiya can help him a little bit, yeah. So after that fight, then we saw Neji vs. I mean, let's say Neji didn't fight, and then it was Rock Lee, and it'd be Rock Lee vs. Gaara, and oh my gosh, that was amazing. It's still the same heat. We all know that fight was awesome. We all know that. You can't say no. We know it's awesome. And as we saw in Shippuden, even though now I'm talking about part 1, you see, he knows how to block a sword, and Guy also taught him how to block a sword. And now we're going to talk about Kurama and Naruto and Guy and Jiraiya and all those, yeah. So after that, they had a month and like to train, and then it was like then Jiraiya and then like Jiraiya and Kakashi like knew each other, and Kakashi knew how strong Naruto was. So Kakashi could say to Jiraiya that you need to help Naruto with this. Right now, he's capable of so much. He has so much chakra because of the Nine Tails, and you might know a little bit, and all that chakra, he's only using his stamina. He's not even using his chakra. You need to teach him some jutsus and like some more sword skills and stuff. So then after Kakashi talked with Jiraiya and Guy started training Naruto and Rock Lee and Neji were like sparring. Like Guy Sensei was like, you can go there and spar. Me and Lord Jiraiya can help Naruto. So as we know, Naruto, this will be as hard as it was in part one, because he doesn't even know how to talk to Kurama, how to unleash his chakra yet. So, like, he knows nothing about Kurama. He hasn't even talked with Kurama yet. But Kurama likes how Naruto acts. He's serious, he's sometimes funny, but mostly serious, like dead serious, like Sasuke serious. Yeah. And then Jiraiya taught him some, and uh, then Jiraiya taught him some jutsus, and they and the jutsu he learned was Rasengan, of course, but this took, like, we could say 2 weeks for him to master. But also in those 2 weeks, he learned the summoning jutsu, and he was able to master that within like 10 tries. It took a lot. It took a bit of his chakra, because like he has a lot of chakra, but it like took a bit of his chakra, and he summoned Gamakichi. I think that's his name. Yeah, and at that time he was kind of small, so yeah. And then he was training some more and more and more, and then he learned more of Guy Sensei, and he learned more taijutsu, so he started using his legs, and he could like sweep down his opponents with his leg, like, and then like slice their head off when they're falling, sort of like that, yeah. And Naruto, and then Kurama and Naruto could like start talking to each other, and then Kurama Kurama, as I said, liked how Naruto was thinking, so Kurama gave some of his chakra when he fights. He doesn't give him as much chakra as Naruto was in Kurama Link Mode or KCM2 or that stuff. No, but just like a little bit of the Nine Tails chakra. And Naruto got actually a huge power boost from that, since, yeah, if you like, he gets a huge power boost, and we and then by the last week, Naruto learns learns wind style jutsu. So he does learn the Rasen Shuriken, but he hasn't mastered it yet. And he also knows what's that called? You know that jutsu when you can like shoot air bullets? Yeah, Naruto also knows that, but he's mostly like the person who does taijutsu. But if he's in problem, then yeah, he's gonna use ninjutsu. So yeah, and in part two we're gonna talk about the tuning exams and how they met Tsunade and all that stuff. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, and thank you so much. I got 15 subs the last time I checked, and now I have 19 subs. Maybe I have 20 now. But thank you so much for the subscribers and support. Bye.